All right, good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are doing really great. Um, this is the video and short explanatory video, I would say, for the presentation which I have already shared with you guys regarding the pricing. So we are now switching to the pricing part of marketing mix. And when I share this content with you, I raised a very basic question with all of you that why you think uh, pricing is different from rest of the four P's from product, place, and promotion. The only reason that makes price different from the rest of other P's is that uh, it's the only P that generates revenue. Product is a cost, place is a cost, promotion is a cost, but price is the only P that generates revenue for the companies. So that makes it very critical for the companies to set a price which is going to help them to sustain in the market for a long period of time. And in the second part of this, we have discussed the methods of pricing, but as of now, we are going through the fundamentals of pricing strategy. Uh, Now, if you look at the synonyms of price, one of the mistakes that we often commit is we keep on saying that uh, whenever we go to a shop, we tell a shopkeeper, भैया इसका cost कितना है? Cost is only the manufacturing portion. So if you deduct the profit part from the price, you're going to get the cost. So basically, price includes the cost plus the profit margin. So cost and price are not the same. Cost is only the manufacturing part. The price is manufacturing part plus the profit margin for the companies. Just going through quickly, giving you some basic, inputs. And whenever you have any questions regarding any part of this, content, please let me know. Now, pricing is not only a tool for revenue generation. I often say it's a tool for communication. You communicate with your customers based on the price you keep. Let's take an example here. Whenever a company sets a price high, consumers often perceive that the product quality is also going to be high. And whenever a company sets a price low, we as a buyers, we also believe that the quality of the product is also going to be low. Now this is a trade-off. It depends on what market segment you are focusing on. Mercedes, Rolls-Royce, high price, high product quality, and they focus on the niche consumer base. So that's where their market lies. Maruti Suzuki, say for example, maybe a low price, quality may not be that good, and it's an economy class which is their target market. So this is a quite common notion that the low price, low quality, high price, and high quality. So you basically communicate with your consumers based on your price, based on what kind of price you keep. It is going to send a message to your customers, to your buyers, that what is the quality of your products. It may not be always true. It's a word of caution, I would say. It may not be always true that low price means low quality. We have cases like Toyota from Japan. When they entered the American markets, they were able to keep the prices low and also maintain a high quality. Because of this kind of target, they could wipe off General Motors from the American markets. So you'll find many examples where the price has been, companies have tried to lower down their cost, and obviously that lowers down the price, but yet they have been able to maintain their quality parameters. So these are all the permutations and combinations based on the price and what kind of message you are sending to the customers. Say for example, in case you keep a high price yet you are offering a low quality, consumers will it will send a message to the consumers that you're ripping them off or you're overcharging them. So these are some of the companies which we know, some of you don't know, which have if we have to plot them across this price and quality matrix, they will somehow classify this. So the quality of the Walmart products may not be that good, but their prices are also low. And that is the philosophy of Walmart as well, to offer everyday low pricing to your customers. So that is where their customer base lies. And companies which have high price, sorry, and high quality, they are more into the premium category segments. This model basically helps you to understand that what is your comfort zone while you set your prices. So you have two extreme ranges of setting the price, from being low price to the high price. You choose a market-based pricing, or you choose a feature-based pricing, depends on what kind of features you are offering in your product, or what is a prevailing market price. You can use that as well, but there is a limit where you can go. Below that, it's not going to offer you any kind of profit, and if you charge too much, it's not going to offer you any kind of demand. So you basically have a room, what we also call as you have a floor and you have a ceiling for price. Floor means it is a limit beyond which you cannot go downwards, and ceiling means it's a limit beyond which you cannot go upwards. So you cannot charge more than the price, you cannot charge below than that price. So companies often have to work back and forth between this floor and ceiling. Coke and Pepsi is a classical example of price and competition. Telecom industry is a classical example of price and competition. Companies do not want to engage in a price war. Companies do not want to engage in a price war because they know it's going to be a loss for everyone. So often companies, engage in a non-price competition. Coke and Pepsi, you will not find the prices are same. So that means they have avoided the price war, but they are very much in the non-price competition. They keep on, there were many advertisements which were banned later on, where they try to, show the image of other brand to be negative. And Coke and Pepsi have been quite often engaged in a non-price based competition. In telecom industry, you'll find more of a price-based competition. Jio entered the market, offered the products absolutely low of cost, and larger part of the companies felt the brunt of that price war. And we all know where does the telecom industry stands as on day. So just cutting the long story short, I will see through if there is anything. Yes, this is something important. As I said, what are the factors that are going to influence the pricing strategy? Keep in mind, the input cost is always the first thing that decides your pricing. What is the cost of your inputs going to be? If, as on date, I will speak, any company which has a major input of crude oil, say for example diesel and petrol, the input costs have lowered down. The international price for 1 barrel of crude oil has plumbed down to $30, which 2013 was around $120. So those companies are in more comfortable position because the raw material, the input cost have lowered down. But at the same time, say for example the airline industry, this is a wonderful example in the present scenario. Even one of the major costs for airline industry is the fuel. As of now, the fuel prices have dropped. They could have earned much better revenues, but then that because of the COVID-19, which is absolutely an external factor, the pricing strategy has to be decided accordingly. These companies are not able to lower down their prices because the capacity of their aircrafts flying is absolutely close to zero. They have grounded their airplanes, and all those airplanes which are flying domestically have to keep their prices high, even though the price of petroleum and crude oil has dropped down. So both internal and external factors could have a large amount of effect on the pricing strategy that you decide. I guess I have discussed with you skimming policy and penetration policy. These are two extremes often exercised by the companies. Skimming is when you charge too high prices for your product and take away the cream from the market before the competition arrives. So this kind of strategy is usually, done by, say, for example, Samsung. When they introduce their new products, at the introduction stage, they use the skimming policy. They keep the prices high, generate the maximum revenue, and when the competition starts coming in, they lower down their prices. That's more of exercising a skimming policy. Penetration policy is when you enter the market and keep your prices low. And this strategy is usually when the competition is very high. Say Geo did it. So Geo wanted to penetrate the market. They had to keep their prices absolutely low so that they can enter. So when you have more of a monopoly or close to monopoly, you can enjoy the skimming to some extent. But when you are more into the competitive, or what we said as a red ocean, penetration policy may be the preferable choice for the practitioners as well. Between the mixture of penetration and skimming, in case you are aggressive, you aggressively want to enter the market, you keep the promotion high, do a lot of advertisements, use a lot of communication tools to send the message to your customers and keep the price high. That means you are in a rush. You want quickly take away the cream from the market. You are doing the rapid skimming. But if you keep your promotions, that means your advertisement slow, not too much of communication is done on part of you, but keep the prices high, you're still skimming, but the rate of skimming will be slow. Likewise, you can have prices low, but you do a lot of promotions. You're doing this rapid penetration. You're telling people this is the right time, go and buy it, like Geo did, as I said in quite many examples. A lot of advertisements, low price, rapid penetration in the market take place. But when you keep a low promotion and keep your prices low at the same time, you're penetrating the market, but the pace of penetration is absolutely slow. So these are quite self-explanatory notes. So as I said, if you have any doubts regarding all of them, so yes, as I said, cost is not the same as the price. Cost is more about the manufacturing. You must have heard about the concepts like fixed cost and a variable cost. Fixed cost is a part of your machinery, your plant, your land, etc. Variable cost is mostly related to your inputs, and this is the variable cost is the cost which is going to fluctuate your prices quite often, because as I said, input costs vary quite often, they vary. So I guess, yes, and one more last thing, as I said, the practitioners or the people who are the ones who manufacture the products and have to set the price, there is a floor, there's a ceiling. That means beyond that floor you cannot go, you cannot drop your price beyond this, because you are going to enter into a lost zone. It's not going to give you any profit from this zone. But if you look at the pricing part, there's also ceiling. You cannot go beyond the ceiling, because then nobody is going to buy your product. They will consider it to be as the wrong price for the wrong product. So yes, so you have to operate between the price floor and price ceiling while you decide on your pricing strategy. I hope this was a little bit helpful to all of you. I will try to be better next time, guys. So yes, if you have any questions, comment, post, email, call, whatever is possible, and do let me know what do you think of this video for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.